Um, Welcome to Blockchain for Business. What you need to know. My name is Charles Okafumba. I'm a blockchain solution architect. So I'll be taking you on this following topics. The class is free, so you'll be taking on in-depth knowledge, more of in-depth knowledge on if you really need a blockchain, demystifying blockchain applications, cost implication, a blockchain client, and then the why blockchain. So okay, our area of focus is on this, which I just mentioned: blockchain demystification, blockchain application, business application of blockchain clients, and then the cost implication of using a blockchain for your business. Okay, a little about myself, or a little about me. I'm a techpreneur and also a blockchain solution architect with deep knowledge on tokenization and token economy, and also cryptocurrencies. I'm also a smart contract developer. So I have knowledge on smart contract development, both on public and enterprise blockchain. And also I'm a full stack developer too. Full stack technology with over 13 years technical and startup experience on agile methodology, ERP, cloud, and business growth solution. So currently I'm a blockchain consultant for Wakanda 4.0, a Mauritius-based tech firm. I'm also managing partner of Vessel Trust, and then finally blockchain solution consultant for a leading financial institution in Nigeria. So, what is blockchain? That has always been sort of confusing and difficult for some people to grasp. So we are going to start from there, and I will try to make it a bit practical for you by playing this.
What is blockchain? Blockchain is a network of computers that polices itself so people or businesses can cooperate without fear that somebody is tampering with the data. Today, most data is sealed up at a central organization like a bank or the Department of Motor Vehicles. Blockchain moves that information to a decentralized, shared network of computers, maybe even thousands of them, to create an open, transparent, immutable database. That data could include everything from sales transactions to medical records. It's called a blockchain because computers periodically collect transactions into groups called blocks. Each block gets a digital fingerprint called a hash, and each new block's hash is cryptographically linked to the previous block's hash, basically forming an unbreakable chain. Any tampering with a transaction is easily detected and rejected because it messes up the hash not only of the block it's in, but also every other block added afterward. If a tampered block is on your computer, the rest of the blockchain network just ignores it. In the future, for instance, there may be a blockchain network for concert ticket sales. You want to buy a ticket from a stranger, somebody you might not trust in the real world. The blockchain takes care of confirming that the original owner is legitimate, hasn't sold the ticket already, and that you're the new owner. Then the network locks the data. Many companies are investing in blockchain, and many more are investigating it. Walmart is testing blockchain so it can quickly pull contaminated food from store shelves. And De Beers is tracking diamonds so you can be sure those anniversary earrings didn't fund somebody's war. You might not notice blockchain as it makes businesses run more smoothly, but more directly, it should bring you peace of mind.
So that's just a quick one on what blockchain is, so that you get the whole idea or concept of a blockchain. So blockchain is it is actually an immutable chain of data that is connected together using a hash. I don't want to go into technical aspects for some of us that are not technical, but I want to focus on the business aspect of the blockchain and how businesses can actually make use of it. So all right, so well, first of all, the first thing you need to establish is if the blockchain you want to make use of, is it a want or a need for your business? Now, these are two different things. A want is okay, because everybody's using it or everybody's doing it, and the need is, okay, this thing can actually be this can actually help our business process to improve and also help our bottom line or help us in making profits. So this is a business decision that you need to take. For some firms that I have seen, they are actually experimenting with this, trying to see how it fits into their operation. While some they're trying to brand their business with just the name blockchain, or trying to change their model, their way of storing data, or their way of serving customers and making it easier using the blockchain. So you need to establish if it is a want or a need. The most important thing is you looking at how it is going to affect your current running operation, and if it is going to improve it or not, or if it is going to reduce costs or not. So those are the first things you need to look into. Now I grabbed this from the net. It is actually an easy decision tree for you to help you make a decision on why do you even need a blockchain. Now, for those that are actually targeting blockchain as a database, now this decision tree helps them to make that decision easier. Most of you will be coming from the legacy world. I mean, you've been using legacy applications like centralized database and all that, and it has been working fine for a year. So if it is working fine, what's the need, or why moving into blockchain that has the trilemma issue that is it is like taking you away from your comfort zone, or taking you away from something you already know and all that. So for those that are considering using a blockchain as a database, now this decision tree will actually help you to understand if you are going to make use of a blockchain or not, or just stick to what you already have. So and then we have different kinds of blockchain. So this decision tree also helps you to know, okay, if you're going to make use of a public blockchain, if you're going to make use of a hybrid blockchain, or if you're going to make use of a private blockchain. And also we have the consortium blockchain, where companies come together to make use of one blockchain for maybe when they are in a particular industry also. So these are the decisions you need to make. Okay, you can pause the video here and look through this decision tree and get a better understanding. Okay, now what about tokenization? Now, one of the greatest use of blockchain is tokenization, and that is what most businesses are actually going into, or making use of a blockchain. Tokenization, just to briefly put it, is creating I'm trying to break it down, layering this word has escaped my head. Layering on top of an asset, layering a non-intrinsic value, a non-intrinsic asset, or no, not an asset, a non-intrinsic component or item or anything, something that is actually discardable, layering it on top of something that has value. Let me give an example now, like an event ticket. Now, for an event ticket, the ticket, that's the paper ticket, is nothing without the event. The event is the main as the main driver that is giving value to that ticket itself. So once you have that ticket, now it's a representation of the underlying value, which is like that event. So the event gives meaning to the ticket. Now that's what we call, that's an example of tokenization. You have land too. Now let's use land for an example. If a land is tokenized, now a token system is created. The token system represents the tokens represents the land. So it can be broken down. If the land is to be sold for like $1 million, it can be broken down to $10,000 and sold to different people. Now, each of those $10,000 are actually being represented by a token. A token can be created for that. So what the blockchain does here is it creates a cryptographic token that is unique to every $10,000 that is created. So every token that is created on the blockchain represents the $10,000 that is attached to the land. So it makes it easier. What blockchain does when it comes to tokenization, it makes it easier for liquidity and also easy transfer of such assets from one person to another. But before creating such, you need to understand the underlying security and commodity trading laws governing your jurisdiction, because some of these assets, some of these tokenized assets, you can't easily trade them. They are actually being governed by laws and all that, because you are moving towards security trading, and you have your SEC and some legislative body governing that. So make sure the underlying asset is also verifiable and accessible or held in a trust. So if you are creating a tokenized system, you make sure that such token, such asset, is actually accessible, verifiable, and also or held in trust. Because you cannot be selling assets, a tokenized asset that is not verifiable or it's not in existence. You are just selling air. All right. So why blockchain? Why blockchain? Blockchain is actually immutability and or finality. Don't mind my background picture. I was trying in my previous slide on this. I used that picture to give an illustration of what blockchain is all about. So why blockchain? Blockchain has immutability or finality. Now, what that simply means is once a data is sent to the blockchain, it stays there. You cannot tamper with it. Now, the advantage of this over a centralized blockchain, I'm actually a database administrator, so I can easily go to the back end of the database and edit what I want to edit, or edit anything I want to edit and cover my tracks. Nobody will know, nobody will notice. Now, with a blockchain, that is impossible. You cannot do that. Once an information enters the blockchain, it is there. That's why we call it finality. It has entered there, it has entered there. More blocks have been created on top of it. Now, provability. Somebody can easily prove that a blockchain, a transaction has occurred on the blockchain. If you are sending an asset to somebody you don't even know, which is the beauty about the blockchain, you don't need to be scared that will this person run away with the money, will this person go away, or has this actually gone to this person, has it been delivered to this person, or has it entered the person's account. Now with the blockchain, every transaction you create has a hash. A transaction hash is created for it. So with that transaction hash, you can easily confirm the state of that transaction you did. Let's say you're sending money to somebody. Now, as you're sending that money to the person, with the transaction hash that has been created, you can know which state it is, if it has gotten to that person or if it is still in the block. That is, if it has not been mined and all that. So you can easily prove that you've sent this money or you sent this asset to this person, and then it is verifiable. Somebody can verify that this action actually occurred on the blockchain. You don't need to trust somebody. You don't need to trust the words of somebody that yes, he said he sent this or she said she sent this. You can verify by yourself because the system is actually trackable and traceable. Now, for security when it comes to the blockchain is quite very powerful and very strong, and that is for a blockchain that have been able to establish a large pool of connected nodes or connected computers. That's when it comes to the public blockchain. While for private blockchain, why it is called private is because the nodes that are connected to the blockchain are actually nodes, so you cannot you don't have foreign bodies coming in to disrupt the network and all that. So security is quite good. Ownership. Now, for ownership, anybody that is connected to the blockchain, that mines block or creates block, you form part owner of that blockchain, because you're also contributing your resources to the to the effectiveness of that blockchain, and also creating accounts on the blockchain. It gives whoever is creating an account, let's say I want to have a wallet where I'll be keeping my crypto assets, like my tokenized asset, like I buy a land that has been tokenized, I can keep that asset, that's a token, inside my wallet. Now with that, once before I do that, I need to create an account. Now that account I'm creating, it gives me a private key. Now that private key, I alone have access to it. Nobody else have access to it, not even the creators of those of the blockchain. Now it gives me total control over what I have, and that's what we call true ownership. Nobody can come in except a custodial kind of wallet, where the owners of the blockchain actually keeps a backup key for you, which is actually dangerous. Now going over to blockchain advantage, we have it helps with double spend. In the traditional, one of the issues why a blockchain has not actually been developed, which Bitcoin was actually the first blockchain, is because of the double spend issue. That is, somebody sending out money to someone in a decentralized system. Actually, you send out money to someone, and then you still have the ability to send that same money to another person. So because it is a decentralized ledger, nobody is manning it. Nobody can know, okay, this person has sent $100 to Alice, let me subtract it from the system. No, because it is a decentralized world. Nobody is doing that function. Nobody is acting as a police in this system. So it can easily be hacked, or it can easily be corrupted and all that. But with the kind of blockchain, it is quite difficult for a double spend to occur. Now, once you send that money out, it goes out of your account, and then the system takes note of it. So what blockchain does is it helps with double spend issue. Now, peer-to-peer system. Peer-to-peer system is, with the blockchain, you don't really need a middleman to help send an asset or a value from one person to another. It can easily be done through two people or two users can actually send transaction between themselves without a middleman. Now, censorship resistance, smart contract, tokenization, decentralized finance or application, which is one of the best and most use case that we are seeing now, and then precise data. So these are some of the advantages of now blockchain business application. Blockchain is best used when there are different independent actors or players that needs equal ownership or better business process and evaluation. Now we are coming into the business use cases here. Now, for regulated systems where audits are needed by the regulators, e.g. the banking sector, you have why this is so that you have a system whereby everybody that is a stakeholder can easily see what is happening in the network. Now, let's say regulators, they come, instead of them coming over to your coming over to you to start checking and start doing audits and all that, if everybody is connected to a system and you have equal you have vested interest in that system, a regulator can easily check to say, okay, this is what is happening, this is what is going on, and they cannot tamper with the record they are already putting on that on the blockchain. And then they can also easily tap into other people's record to see what is happening and all that. So it makes it easier for everybody that is connected or in a system to know what is happening, and then to be able to take audit if the need or case arises. Now, credit-based supply system, That's one good business use case of a blockchain. We also have provable or verifiable system that is not based on trust, like remittance and money transfer. We have an interagency or cross-border cooperation, good for blockchain. We have tokenization of assets for liquidity and transferable, that's easy transfer of system. Then we have machine learning and IoT. Now, these are some. These are not all. They are just some of the best good use case when it comes to business using the blockchain system. Now, practical examples. These are some of the practical examples. I won't go further into it. At the end of this session, I actually posted a link. You can go and read more about some of these businesses and how they are making use of blockchain. Some are making use of private blockchain, like Hyperledger Fabric. Some are making use of some are making use of blockchain as a service system, like Nemix, That's this plus sign here. Ela Credit, they are also into lending and borrowing, and also incorporating blockchain. So Amazon too, they are making use of blockchain. So at the end of this, you are going to get so blockchain business use case foundation. Okay, so blockchain business use case foundation. Now, for all the use cases you see out there, there are lots and lots of use cases that are actually being developed using blockchain. I can't cover all, but each of these use cases, they fall either on this. This is like the foundation of every use case. So if you are thinking about making use of a blockchain, you can zero your mind on this. Now, what you really want to accomplish with the blockchain. Now, do you want to use the blockchain as a database? Do you want to, or you want to use blockchain as a database to have more security, and also to in a system whereby you have different players or different actors with vested interest? Or do you want to use the blockchain to eliminate third-party involvement or middlemen that are seeking rent, and then reduce their involvement in whichever transaction you're working on or doing? Or do you want to use the blockchain as a token system to create token to tokenize assets? Do you want to use the blockchain as a backend application for your system? We have different kinds of blockchain, aside it being private and private and public and all that. You have smart contract blockchain, where you can actually create applications and put your application in the decentralized system. Then you want to make use of the blockchain for unique identity, because the blockchain is very good when it comes to unique identity and each user taking control over their identity. And do you want to use the blockchain for transparency, in order for whoever you are dealing with, or your client or customers, to see what they are doing, and maybe most especially for a peer-to-peer system and all that. So all these are like the foundational use of the blockchain. Now, the use cases we have seen when it comes to blockchain, like the foundation I just gave, these are the major use cases that have been out there that we've seen. We've seen supply chain, we've seen settlement, banks, remittance and all that. We've seen DeFi, that's decentralized finance, where another decentralized finance. We've seen a lending and borrowing system. We've seen derivatives. We've seen stable coin, and the whole lot that are actually coming out. Now, people come together, pool resources, and then they create stable coin, or they allow people to borrow with an interest and all that. Now, another use case, digital identity, and then I've also mentioned the stable coin. Then we also have for real estate, that's under tokenization. Then we also have for voting. Voting is one of the best use cases of a blockchain. We have fundraising, which is creating security tokens and then selling to the public, just like you have IPO in the normal world. We have healthcare, where people you have ownership of your health record, and you can move to any state, and then you keep your health record with you as you go. Then you have a notary, and then you have intellectual property. So now for blockchain clients, some of the blockchain clients that we have. When I say blockchain clients, I mean it's like a software that you can easily use to create your own blockchain network. Now there are, like I made mention before, there are different kinds of blockchain. We have the smart contract focused blockchain, and then we have the ledger type of blockchain, where you just want to use it for like recording and all that. Then we have the ones that are let's use the Bitcoin blockchain for example, which is a public blockchain. Now that is just focused on being a ledger kind of a blockchain, because it is P2P, sending money from one person to another. Then we have Ethereum, which is a smart contract kind of blockchain, where you can build your application and put it on the decentralized system or decentralized ledger. Now, for the ones we've seen, for companies that are building their own private blockchain, either as a consortium kind of blockchain or as a private kind of blockchain, or even a business blockchain as a business blockchain as a business service being blockchain as a service being offered by some corporations like Microsoft. We've seen them using some of these clients or softwares. Now we've seen Coda is actually by R3. We've seen Hyperledger project, and we have lots of clients under Hyperledger, and then we've seen Quorum too. There are some others that I did not cover here, but these are just some of the basic ones that are actually being used out there. So you can actually make use of this. Now remember, for you to have a blockchain, it's not just one computer system that we are talking about. We'll have different networks of computers connected together, having the same ledger, just like it was explained in the video up front there. So now cost implication. Getting to the end of this now, for cost implication, you need to consider now in the previous slide, those clients or those softwares, they are actually open source. When I say open source, that means they are practically free. You can download, tweak it to your whichever use you want, and then have it hosted in the different nodes of computers you have. Yeah, especially if your company or if your organization have different nodes scattered around. What's the essence of having a cloud system when you can actually host your data on your blockchain that is localized? So we have open source system. You don't need to pay much. You don't need to pay to get the software. They are online free, but tweaking and installing and all that will likely cost you. Now we have a blockchain as a service. Now if you don't want to go through that route, you can actually make use of a blockchain as a service system. You have these companies that are actually offering blockchain services. They have the nodes, so you just buy into their blockchain system, and then you can host your application there, you can host your ledger there and all that, but you don't own the nodes, because it is in their cloud system. The one good thing is that you can actually have a hybrid in the sense that you can have a blockchain system hosted. You can make use of the blockchain as a service system, and then you can also have your own private node in your own establishment. That's a hybrid kind. And then the cost, well, that depends on the service you are going for. The one I know, I'm not advertising, like Microsoft, I think they have 3 nodes, and then it goes for like $900 or so per month. So you need to consider that too, and then consider it in relation with your your other services you are paying. If you can self-host, that is, have this node running in your own private organization, if you have different nodes scattered around, or you make use of a blockchain as a service, which is coming from like organization Microsoft. You have Microsoft, you have AWS, and more like them out there. So then for the smart contract development, now for companies that want to create application on the blockchain, you need to also consider the smart contract development cost, how it is going to, how much you're going to likely spend. And smart contract developers are not much, so it is quite expensive getting smart contract developers to put this together. Now, The last which I'll cover is Oracle integration. Oracle integration is when you try to feed, or when you're feeding in information from the outside world into your blockchain. Now, this is going to you need to think about the cost, what it is going to cost you, how it is going to cost you, if this is going to be another development entirely. When I say Oracle, what Oracle simply means is you getting, let's say, stock market price, the stock market. You want to get the values of the trading. Forgot what name. How much it costs, your share value and all that. Now, this information is outside the blockchain. It can be maybe on the web and all that, and your blockchain is not a Web 2 kind of technology. It's actually a Web 3 kind of technology. So you need to calculate, or you need to take into consideration the cost it is going to take you to put in such data into your blockchain, which goes with the development actually. So in conclusion, blockchain technology is an expensive technology to play with, but so far it has held its ground as being valuable to what it sets out to achieve. Now, just take this. If security, transparency, ownership, and unique identification, cooperation between different parties, borderlessness, tokenization, and easy liquidation of crypto assets in real time is important to your digital strategy, then using blockchain can work for you. If not, you can just concentrate on using a centralized kind of system. So I have a business application ebook coming out, which is a business application of blockchain, practical examples. It's going to cover all this topic I have by the right hand side, understanding why blockchain decision tree, private local network blockchain, consortium blockchain, public blockchain for business, blockchain consensus mechanism, blockchain clients, blockchain smart contract, tokenization, utility asset security, or commodity asset, crypto asset security. So I have this ebook. It's coming out in the second week of May, and if you want to pre-order it, you can actually get it at a 20% discount. It's actually an in-depth, it's more in-depth to what I just covered here, and it will be practically practical guide. It's a practical guide to help you make the right decision, and also to help you with to know better or understand better how to apply a blockchain strategy into your business. So the cost is actually $120, but pre-ordering now, you get a 20% discount, and that is like $100 before it's out in the market. So you can see the payment link there. You can pay with that link, and then your order will be set in motion. You can also reach me on my email, and Twitter, and also on LinkedIn. Just resources. The resources I mentioned to get ahead as an enterprise in the blockchain space. You can sign up for this newsletter or the newsletters of these organizations, or you become an official member. Now, the first link is actually, you will see 50 companies that are making use of blockchain and how they're making use of blockchain. So you can read up on that and then get idea if you are trying to adopt a blockchain strategy. Now we have Earth Alliance. Earth Alliance is like companies coming together to help with standardization of blockchain systems and all that. They've been doing well, been getting lots of resources from them. We have token taxonomy for those of you that are planning token system. You know how to make use of create a token system that will follow the global practice or the global standard of creating token. Then you have digital chambers. They are also engaged with governments, engaged with those in the business world on creating legislation or lobbying government or dealing with government, following up on issues that are in the industries and all that. So just sign up there. Now, blockchain open source softwares. You can also check on this link for softwares and the open clients, open source client that I mentioned earlier on. So I thank you for your time, and I look forward to seeing you order for the ebook.